Jack, to let her rip!
Hi, I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
Sorry for yelling. Today we're reviewing Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
I thought they saved it.
In this game, this is the only game where you can slice and hack at things, and it actually cuts the way the knife inserts into the object.
Which is, apparently it's very hard to do.
Well, it's amazing that this can be done without the game just lagging. Kojima Productions started the game, and they actually couldn't figure out a way to do that with the swordplay.
They actually canceled the game.
Platinum Games took over the development, and they figured out how to do the swordplay with the hacking and slashing.
You know, Platinum Games has been around quite a bit now. And I believe they're making Bayonetta 2 for the Wii U.
The story is this takes place 4 years after Metal Gear Solid 4, and you play as Raiden, the famous cyborg who's working for PMC Industries, basically for security. And then there's an attack on the Prime Minister, and then this game is so action-packed. I feel like we fought like maybe 2 or 3 boss battles within the first hour. At first, you hated it.
I saw the game,
Yeah.
and I was not impressed with any of the graphics right away. I thought, ooh, it's nowhere near to like a Metal Gear Solid game in terms of graphics. In the car scene at the beginning, very bad camera, just movements and stuff, and I thought, hang on a second, what is this shit? Is this going to be like a button mashing game where I just have a sword that's really cool and that's it? The story was like ridiculous. The dialogue was horrible.
You are full of surprises, Mr. Lightning Bolt.
I could say the same about you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Ooh, this is not going to go well. But all of a sudden, as soon as you start using this sword, wait a minute, I can cut anything. This is fun as hell. Oh, wait a minute. We also have a combo system. Here it is. You can also cut them open and target certain parts in their bodies and cut their arms off. I'm like, this is kind of like Dead Space.
Yeah.
This is getting even better.
There's this mode where everything slows down, and that's when you could slash and hack.
You can hit one button, it cuts diagonally. You hit the other one, it cuts vertically.
Right.
Or you can actually use the R stick and flick it in the direction that you want to cut.
Right. And when you're in that fuel cell mode where everything slows down, a red square that shows up, and if you slash through that red square on the body, it gives you an opportunity to take out the fuel cells from the cyborg.
You inject that.
You crush it, and then you get more fuel cell gauge. So that fuel cell gauge allows you to slow down again and do it to the next guy.
It's very unique. There was a moment in the first mission where you see the like luscious backgrounds are going
Luscious.
by, and there's like, oh yeah, and this is where the game changed for me. It's like this moment where he hits you with the sword and you block it, and as the sword's going like slow motion.
Yeah, the music cue in that was amazing, and
Really?
those music cues continue on the game as
And
you
it
play.
makes you go, yeah, and you start to see the true essence of what this game's
How
about.
about that moment when you're like basically running down the building, and then the boss is shooting missiles at you, and you end up jumping from missile to missile to missile.
It's nuts.
It takes a while to like accept all
What
this
he's doing.
shit that's going on.
Yeah.
But once you do, you're like, okay, I want more.
Gameplay comes across not cheesy at all.
Saying that though, once you figure out how to defeat an enemy and take its fuel cell, it does get a touch repetitive.
Yeah, but that's...
But then they change it up with the gameplay because there's so many boss battles and so many environments that they
it's
throw you
crazy.
in.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're going from like in a train tunnel, on a train, hanging on the roof, all sorts of shit.
And you have upgrade system where you can get new weapons from usually earned from boss battles as my secondary weapon that I can just bring out at any moment. You can have rocket
awesome.
launchers.
Yeah, there's
and
all
you
sorts
can
of shit.
change your appearance too. There's one part where you can win like a sombrero.
Yeah.
Also, there's VR missions. Now, this acts as two things. VR missions act as tutorials to teach you how to play the game.
How do you
And
play?
also there's VR missions that are just challenges, like do this as quickly as you can.
They haven't overused the Solid Snake in a box joke.
Yeah.
It's not like
In a
that's
box.
happened.
Oh!
I'd rather play this than any other Metal Gear game now.
In this one, there's opportunities to actually sneak up to the villains and
Yeah.
just kill them in one.
Well, that's part of Metal Gear.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
heritage.
But it's not. But you have that option, which is cool. But mostly, it is an action slash game.
Yes.
People who like Bayonetta and DMC are gonna like this.
Oh, fuck yeah.
When you defeat like a wave of enemies, it also gives you a grade too, kind of like DMC.
As you're killing enemies, you're picking up credits, and this is kind of what's weird is the sort of upgrade system is outside of the game. So you actually have to pause the game, go to the upgrade system, it loads it, then you go yes, continue, and then it restarts you from the last checkpoint, which I thought was weird.
Or you just wait when you beat a
Yeah,
mission.
at the end of a mission as well. Upgrades should be instantaneous.
They have to go to the unit in the science lab, and the science lab puts it on the machine. Anyways, what do you give it out of 10, J. Hooft?
I give this game an 8.5 out of 10. I thought that they wouldn't hit the DMC level of music, but they did. The only bad thing in this whole game is the camera. Like, I have to take a point and a half just because of the camera. Because when you go into Ninja Run mode, it's an ability that allows you to run around the mission and he automatically jumps for you. He's running around like a maniac, and the camera system just does not work very well when you're doing that. And I found it hard to find enemies. So there's no lock-on system really. That's it. I love it. I love it a lot. I like you a lot.
I also give it an 8.5 out of 10 for different reasons. I was really worried about this game when they canceled the development. You remember in 2009, this was supposed to be like a Kinect game. And yeah, now it doesn't use any Kinect or PS Move features whatsoever. Which I'm glad, because it doesn't really make sense to use it that way. What I don't like about it is the combat system. Even though you can upgrade and do different moves, it's still got repetitive. But boss battles are awesome, and I just love this game. I recommend it to anyone who likes hack and slash.
You know what it kind of is? It's like you see this and you want a sequel.
Yeah.
I have to say something about his voice.
Let's get this over with.
It's sort of very unique, but it changes so many times that it throws you off a little bit.
There's a kid character in here, and they just got a man to do a kid's voice, and it really doesn't work. You like that dog, the Robo Dog?
Yeah, I love that dog.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the dog that comes out of Soundwave. What's the name of the Transformers that live inside of Soundwave?
Let me check on that. That's what I thought.
She's looking.
She's not doing anything.
You know you're supposed to click the yes button. Surrey, photo of Ravage. Shows a molestation.
Ravage shows up in this game.
Does.
He shows up and he's basically your friend. He comes out.
No one likes you. You don't have friends.
You got an issue? By the way, ANC Games is sending us to PAX East this year, so if you don't know that, you do now.
Okay.
Hey, I do a vlog, link in the underbar.
3 kilobytes.